RJTI charts versus President Trump dogged whistled and the markets heard. President Trump said on national TV, "We are going to hold off on China's tariffs for 2 weeks and let them come to us to offer a compromise." If this isn't a dog whistle, then we might as well say that the moon changes colors according to the seasons. The president is elected to do as he sees fit to say or do, and we completely understand that he is the leader of this great country, USA, and his policy is to help the stock market directly or inadvertently. So you get no complaints from us, but we think it's okay after 42 years of following markets since the DJ30 was trading at 787 points to say that it was a dog whistle and the markets heard it. But something else is even more profound from what I heard and saw on CNBC, 4/23/25, Jim Cramer's evening show. As he explained the market's outlook, and I was floored when I heard him say, paraphrase, "President Trump is in control of the markets, and he is the markets. And what he says determines outcome." I pondered with amazement, and here it is that Jim Cramer is a 90% fundamentalist market operator that loves to project about potential earnings reports, products and services that companies offer as to why you should buy a company. Often he highlights good economic news reports, whether they are good or bad, and how they should affect a particular stock or markets in general. Reports like GDP, unemployment, factory orders, CPI, PPI. Jim Cramer stated, President Trump owns the stock market. So, has Jim Cramer moved away from his core beliefs, his core approach to analyzing markets, and the fundamental factors that he has been true to for his whole career? Jim Cramer is totally wrong. Let me explain. I beg to argue that Jim didn't or neither did an estimated 90% of fund money managers, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, BlackRock, etc., in year 2024, while the markets were on fire, projected that the DJ30 would drop 10,000 points in 2025 or put out a specific trade level for the DJ30, SP500, NASDAQ, PLTR, NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, Lulu, Tesla, that such levels would be the top for the year 2025, if not for the foreseeable future, but at least the top would be for a while. What you saw Jim Cramer do and others mention was work to help you navigate the decline they didn't see coming. Our forecast was 4 to 8 months before 2025, before President Trump took office, before Elon Musk became Doge's friend. And you know, everything panned out exactly as we had forecast it to be. And our forecast of an event to come in the year 2025 saw President Trump be the reasoning as to why our event projected was to be and became reality. Bottom line, President Trump is not the controller of the markets, or neither is he the stock market decider as Jim Cramer has offered as his concept. President Trump and everything that exists under the laws of physics are subsets. And President Trump can control USA, but he can't control the stars or when the sun rises. Such phenomena are caused by a higher order that sets physics to act in order to get to its destination. You can word pump a market markets higher, or you can dog whistle to help bulls rush in to buy. But even with such steps taken, the laws of physics, if deemed to meet its destination, will cause the subsets of the universe to move accordingly. Although mysterious in how such happens, yet will set forth the commandment that X's or Y's, A plus B equals C, will submate its destination and complete its journey. Simply put, if physics says that the market should trade higher or lower, no president or dog whistle can stop it. Absolutely, one's actions can detour or prolong the route of physics, but because physics is superior, it simply will work through such and still hit its mark. We aren't surprised that the markets have rallied, and maybe more is to come. For we sent you out, or you can review our YouTube video, which specifically projected that a rally could occur up to the 5650 area for the SP 500 and other related markets. Video, RJTI charts versus glitter isn't always good. Do you want to hear from us again? How did we know? We don't think 1% of Wall Street has our unique methodology, which components are an incorporation of physics and mathematics. Which brings us to our point. Is the downside over with, and can you safely advance your buying without the risk that you are not to suffer again? Our algorithms are forecasting that even if the markets remain in a strong position for the next 2-3 weeks, etc., 1-2-3 months, etc., the low that was established in April 2025 is to be challenged again if not taken out. We understand that this is a gargantuan call on our behalf. But wasn't it a gargantuan call in 2024 while the markets were on fire? We believe that other events are to take place, which we view strictly based from our algorithms. And for the record, go hit our $3,500 target. And we are upgrading our target to $3,700 to $4,000. For the record, our goal projection has equaled $2,425 per 100 ounces net change thus far since we first forecast such to be in 2016 through 2019. I think, in our opinion, Jim Cramer will realize that President Trump can't control the USA in presidential ways. But when it comes to physics, demand to meet its objective, President Trump, cannot control and doesn't have control of the market. It's easy to see the trees that make up the forest, and it's even easier to see the forest that's made up of trees, but it's not so easy to see behind the forest. Get your Ramo today. RJTICHARTS.com, driven by infinite wisdom and its proprietary trading systems.